Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are ready for another crazy day in the market. Have some fun plans for the weekend. I mean, it's already been an amazing week, so there's really not a whole lot left for us to do today. We are seeing some interesting action in the pre-market right now after the housing starts data came out. But if you guys watched the video that I posted yesterday, we're due for a little bit of a pullback here. Now, off of the data, I mean, again, the housing market's always going to lag, especially housing starts, new developments of houses. So I wouldn't really say that there's much there. Just because if you think about it, like it's cyclical, it takes time for people to build houses, it takes time for people to get loans and actually get into the market. So it does lag, but I mean, I would expect this to not really come as a surprise to many. We did see mortgage rates coming down and mortgage applications actually coming up. So at some point, housing starts will start to move back up there as people are going to be more interested in getting some homes. Uh, Other than that, I mean, if you guys saw the Twitter thread yesterday, or it wasn't a thread, the tweet I put out yesterday, gold and silver are very interesting. We saw an announcement yesterday that the Harris campaign has some sort of agenda policy part of their platform that they want to give new home buyers $25,000 for a first home purchase. That's a great way to make all houses $25,000 more expensive. So that inflationary pressure in the market is going to remain. Those things at face value might seem good, but obviously that is very inflationary. Where does the money come from? Government spending, things like that. Unless they're just going to take the money from some of these other government programs, they're going to have to spend more, which with our deficit that we're in right now, probably isn't the best idea economically. So uh what could potentially happen with that is, again, if you start seeing these growth numbers, you see retail sales coming up, unemployment coming down, CPI coming down, and then some of those other inflationary metrics. Now again, that's going to be very difficult for people to continue to buy homes. It's not about the like giving people money to buy the house, it's about the actual price of the house, because that's just going to increase the prices of things. So if you want, again, this isn't political. We're just talking about economics. If the Trump campaign said this, I'd be saying the same thing. You can't do that. So we could see uh the like all right, think about it like this. Shelter inflation is the main reason why CPI is so high right now. And that little statement that was put out is not going to help that. So this little growth spike and growth narrative that we've been looking at is probably going to stay around for a while. But obviously, it's going to depend in November. We're going to have a lot of YouTube videos coming out too with the different policies that are talked about and how that's going to affect the economy and the market on both sides, good and bad. So, but the main thing the market's reacting on this morning is the housing starts. I just thought I'd bring in that $25,000. It was basically like down payment assistance into this as well, because we were talking about the housing market. So, gold and silver also could be having some fun. We have GLD making some new highs in the pre-market here. I did talk about this. We've been talking about gold for a little while. I don't have anything on it. I might be a little interested in it. Silver is actually setting up a little bit better here. I'd be interested in potentially getting a little bit of a longer dated position in silver versus gold, just based on where it is. Silver's got to catch up here. But team, it is that time of day. Make sure you guys are saying good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, I'd love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the stream, let me know. Or if you're coming back after a while, I'd love to welcome you guys back in here. Let's do our roll call. Let's go through some tickers as we get closer to market open. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot spreading these streams out to some more people. And most importantly, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. The daily YouTube videos, the market recaps, breaking things down are back. We're going to be doing those Monday through Thursday. It's possible that I get one out for you guys this Sunday, kind of breaking down what we have for next week. But next week's going to be insane. We have Jackson Hole and Powell coming out on Friday, I believe. And I have a sneaky suspicion of what's about to happen with Jackson Hole. I would just say, for now, I got to look at things a little bit more. But what I would say is go look at the 2022 market reaction to Jackson Hole and what Powell said. That's all I'll say. That's what I think is likely. It is likely that Powell comes in and puts his foot down and says, hey, guys, you guys all need to relax with your rate cut expectations. So Let's see who we've got in here. Oh, we got a lot of you guys in here this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Samuel, Daly, Taylor, Cody, Rogue, Todd, Eddie, Michael, Romeo, William, Dr. Bob, A-Rock, Starsky, Daniel, Josh, Nick, Arek, Michael, Cutlo, BTD, Christopher, Jackie. Good morning, everybody. I don't want to see anybody slacking on the like button. Again, that Nike trade I gave you guys, absolutely filthy. You guys all know the deal by now. Discord's launching towards the end of the month, beginning of September. If you guys take advantage of the 20% off discount to all the education, you guys are going to get the Discord for free. The day trading mastery course, that strategy's had like 19, 20 winning months in a row. The Swing Kings course, finding stocks that are about to explode before they do, the watch list. And I will tell you guys right now, those of you guys that are hopping in at a really good time, because these watch lists coming out over the next couple weeks here are going to be nuts, especially starting this weekend. With the way the market's been reacting and moving, ooh, it could be very fun. So you guys are not going to want to miss those watch lists. So Michael says, just like when the government got involved with student loans, college is now unaffordable for most. Yep, same thing. You subsidize the loans, it just makes things more expensive. I feel like I've written about that before. Didn't I? I made a video. I did something about that once, going through it and looking through everything. I thought I wrote about that once for you guys. Vic's bold prediction. I mean, it's not a bold prediction. I mean, it's not like the rate cut expectations did come back in line, but what are you seeing in yields now? I mean, we're giving back the gains in yields from yesterday, or the bonds are moving back up today. So we'll see. Energy is another one that I'm interested in. That is an interesting sector. Honestly, I mean, H&R Block is up off of earnings 8.37%. That's interesting. I'd be potentially interested in playing the post earnings move on this morning. Just like have something to do. So we could potentially be looking at that. Also, I mean, B. Riley Securities or B. Riley Financial, the chairman, he's offering to buy the rest of B. Riley for $7 a share. Market cap 152 million. This thing has gotten just manhandled from the 80s here. So, I mean, they're going to buy it back, take it private, see what they can do. But, I mean, Mark Cahotas has been all over this one. So, I mean, good for him. Good for him. Morning, y'all. Hit the like. Thank you, Elgene. Elgene, congratulations on that great SPY trade yesterday. That's awesome, man. So, what else we got? ES moving. I want to see how ES looks on the daily here in the pre-market. It's not going to be anything crazy, but yeah, I want this 10 to catch up a little, come down, consolidate at the 10, balance out before Jackson Hole, and then start moving. So next week might be a little slow just because I'm not going to want to, I mean, I'll still take trades probably, but with Jackson Hole and Powell, like that's a giant event. When the Jackson Hole Symposium starts in August, you always got to pay attention. When interest rates starts coming down and people start to refinance, doesn't that bode well for RKT? Yes, RKT, Tree. There's another one. I forget what it is. What are your thoughts on adding somewhat long-term hold? I don't hate that idea actually. I feel like we've talked about that a little bit. Same thing with SoFi. Those of you guys, actually, SoFi. One of the main reasons, Michael, that I do like SoFi is because of the refinancing. Because what people don't know about SoFi is they offer HELOCs. So when rates start to come down and people start to refinance, where are they going to go? Well, they probably are going to go to SoFi, and that element of their business is probably going to do pretty well. So thinking about it that way, I mean, it's not the main core of SoFi's business, and where RKT is right now, yeah, it's got some decent upside to these wild levels up in here after its IPO. But look at SoFi. SoFi's down at these levels that we're seeing in here. Oh, I'm nicely green on these again. Yeah, I mean, we bought SoFi down in here. I gave this to you guys on the stream. But SoFi has a lot of upside to the 10s, 11. Like it's got a lot more upside here than I think something like an RKT. So that's why I'm in SoFi, not RKT. But yeah, the thesis is the same. That's a good thought there, Michael. Gold at all-time highs. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. I tweeted out yesterday something. Short the VIX too. I mean, I can grab the link to the Twitter account. But yeah, I mean, I was talking about gold last night. Not a whole lot, but it was there. I mean, I'd almost like silver better just because it has to catch up and it has some more upside. And gold's a wild child. So we've had some really great trades on silver and gold in the past. The one time I got hit on a gold trade is when China said they were going to stop buying and just overnight gold tanked. I was like, all right, well, can't do much with that. But that was really the only time that we've gotten hit on a gold trade. Good morning, boyfriend. Okay, well, that's interesting. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm not your boyfriend, but hey, free country over here. You can think what you want. All right. SLV does look interesting here. I'd like it to consolidate, but again, I mean, you don't really need it to. I mean, we nailed this silver trade here. That was like 500-600% on SLV. Um, where's Palantir this morning? Is this thing moving down? I kind of want to sell some puts on it, but I don't. Like 20. I should do it in the big account. I should do it in the real big account, and then just like sell like December's, the 25s, and just sell like a boatload of them. I also realized today, like I looked at it yesterday, I had less Palantir than I actually thought I did, and that makes me sad. It makes me very sad that I don't have enough of that. So I just didn't have the cash at the time. Then it was running. Then I did have the cash in the account. I don't know. I bought yin. What's yin doing this morning? Yin's up. That's good. Yin's been fun. I mean, probably should have sold it up in here, but whatever. I still like it. The thesis on China is interesting. What else we got today? Gold is at all-time high and everything gapping down. What happened? Gold going up the way that it is more so it's more so telling people that they think inflation is going to be stickier, and which I agree with. I almost think you'd have to be insane that like inflation truly, like the real numbers, they're not screwing with it, is going to get down to 2%. 3% is the new 2%. So the only issue is you could go into a couple of things: energy, commodities, Bitcoin, maybe, but it's not really behaving like a dollar hedge these days. It's more so like based on like QQQ. And then which is interesting because you would expect it to. Like the higher for longer thesis is going to benefit gold because they're effectively saying, well, inflation is going to stick around for a little longer. But the reason why things are gapping down is because of the housing data. And think about it. Like, guys, make sure you're watching the YouTube videos I'm posting every day. We started the daily YouTube videos back. What did I say in the video yesterday? I said, yes, we do have a short squeeze happening in the market, but where we are right now, we need a little retest. Consolidate a little, come back down, hang out. Because there's not a whole lot of more data now going into Jackson Hole for us to analyze. So, okay, we made our move. Let's see what the market wants to do. Do I think the sellers are going to come in and whack it? I mean, they're probably going to try and screw with it a little bit, but I wouldn't. Isn't it VIX expiration today too? Or not at some point? There's a big VIX expiration. I think, I don't know if it's today. It's at some point. It's at some point. So, I mean, I'm interested in H&R Block here, HRB, potentially for a post-earnings move. I mean, this thing's up. SLV could be fun. I mean, if we break this high, I mean, maybe I'll get some like September's, October's or something and size it small and see if we can trade back up to like 28. That'd be fun. I'm not doing anything with bonds now. We haven't seen a pendulum swing yet. This is another thing I want to kind of go over with you guys very quickly. Again, remember, understanding the big picture in the market is the only way to have success. And it's not hard. Like, and this is what I want you guys to realize. Like, you might think it's hard analyzing all this data the way that like institutions do. It's not hard. We sit here and do this every day. Look at Michael right there with that great thesis. VIX, when interest rates come down, do people start to refinance? Doesn't that bode well for RKT? Yes, it does. Understanding those things is going to be very, very, very helpful, especially going into this shift that we're going to have with the interest rate environment. But where was I going with this? Oh, yields. Yeah. So what if I want you guys to think, because you got to think about the data that's come out and how markets have reacted. And again, I'll tell you guys this all the time, and I know everybody knows this deep down inside, but you're never going to put some little cookie cutter thing on your chart and it's going to make you money over time. How do you pick stocks to swing during bear markets and corrections? Well, there's always a bull market somewhere, so I like to find those. Those are fun. I like inverse ETFs a lot. Gold and silver are fun. Sometimes I'll take downside positions, but It's not hard. There always is going to be something that's moving to the upside, Manny. Whether it's inverse ETFs, which in that case, I just trade the weakest sector. So usually it's going to be something like tech, so success, real estate, DRV, DRN, stuff like that. But think about it like this: what was everybody saying when we were dropping to these lows in the 10-year? Emergency rate cuts, this, that. By understanding what's actually going on in the market, you're able to take advantage of these moves. I mean, I bottom and top ticked it. So did all of you guys. I told you guys that are in TLT down here, be careful. It's gonna come back. And this is it's a way of thinking that I think is important. And the way that you think as a trader, it applies to a lot of different things. It's like sifting through the nonsense and finding out what's actually happening, and it's applicable to many different things. And a great example of this is I've heard of this study before. There's like I don't know the exact number of people, but it's like one outside person in the study and then a bunch of like CIA people, like agents or whatever, and they're doing a study to just see like how people can get manipulated. And they hold up a picture of like a triangle to everybody, and then all the agents are like, "Oh, it's a square or a rectangle." And then they get to the person that's the outside that they're testing to see if he's going to say it's actually a triangle. And that's what we're doing here all the time. You're going to see narratives and data being spun in certain ways in the market. Is that a 9 EMA? No, it's a 10. But again, being able the way to be a successful trader is to make sure you're saying that's a triangle. I don't care what everybody else is saying. That's a triangle, and it's very similar to what we did on the yields here, where everybody and their mother is saying emergency rate cuts. We're going into a recession, things like that, and it's like, no, it's a triangle. Is finding stocks to swing in a small cap during bear markets a good idea? On a small wait, on small caps a good idea? No, small caps get hit the hardest. Well, it depends. It depends, Manny. But we're not in a bear market. I mean, I don't know why, Manny. Why are you so focused on a bear market right now? We're not in a bear market. Everything I would suggest going and watching those 2 YouTube videos I posted for you, because we're not in a bear market. The whole market sell off that we saw recently was based on Japan and then a potential recession scare, which the data that came out this week is flipping that on its head. So, and then the Bank of Japan has come out and said that they're not going to raise rates again. So, I would not say that we're in a bear market. It depends, though. This thesis that we have is going to keep popping back up because the pendulum is going to keep swinging back and forth, and we're going to be able to sit here and say, that's not a rectangle, that's a triangle, and we're going to be able to make money with it. And again, it teaches you where to like which sectors you need to look for, which is what I'm here to help with. Didn't want to grandstand here yesterday. I'll just post gains in chat here until I understand what's going on in X. Why you can't see my messages? Yeah, I don't think you're sending them, Borg. But Borg, dude, you've been crushing it, man. Shout out to you on the Nike trade. That was an epic one. That was pretty simple, pretty straightforward on the Nike. Those of you guys that hit it, congratulations. Everybody that's taken advantage of all the education that I offer in Swing Kings. I mean, it's the best trading education that you guys are ever going to receive. It's up to you guys to take advantage of it. If your performance right now is not what you want it to be, there's a very, very, very easy solution out there for you. You can ask anybody in the live chat what their experience has been like. I mean, I have like hundreds of testimonials on my Instagram. There's some on the site. And if you take advantage of that 20% off discount, you guys are going to get the Discord for free as well. Yeah, technically, this is just a correction, not a bear market. Right. And we ate up that correction very quickly. Like looking at this this is the 15-minute, but everybody's going to overreact in the market all the time. And I like that they do because it allows us to come in with a clear mind and say, these people are wrong because of X, Y, and Z, and here's how we make money on it. Do I ever do any Friday YOLOs for fun? I don't think we ever did that. Really? I don't think we did. There was that one period of time where I was trying to lose on a trade because it was literally not happening. And remember the PDD Thursday into Friday? I was like, guys, don't take this. I'm going to try and lose just to keep myself humble. And then we nailed it for like 250%. And I was like, all right, I guess this is how we're doing it. But guys, it's so simple. Like it's mind-boggling to me that more people don't trade like this because what people focus on in the market and the reason why they think they're not having success is they think they don't know enough about like technicals or like an indicator or some sorry for my language, bullshit. Um, but what they need to be focusing on and what's going to make them have a much higher probability of success over time is sitting back and saying, okay, looking at these larger time frames, how are things most likely to move with the macro environment? And that's what I'm here for. Rudy, out of all the market YouTubers, STV is at the top of my list trying to learn, and I appreciate you. Rudy, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, you have any questions, just let me know. I think your biggest issue is just not sitting on your hands when there's nothing to hit. That's the other thing. It's like, well, it's just logic. It's like a decision tree. When we're going into the market, we're looking at a lot of like different decision trees where we say, okay, the overarching one is like, all right, if this happens, then what? But then the other one is, if this doesn't happen, then what do we do? Well, if there's no opportunity, then we don't touch it. That was funny. You tried to prove that you weren't a lizard only to verify it. Dude, I literally was trying to lose that trade. It did not look, it looked great. That was the thing. I was like, well, it looks really good. I'm going to play around with it. And then it still pumped for us. So I was like, well, and it's not, and this is how you guys want to like, the reason why you guys think I'm a lizard is all I do. This is the thing. All I do, guys, is look at the data, understand the data, and which sectors are going to benefit, and where we're going to find these stocks that are about to explode before they do. It's that simple, and it is not hard to find. Taking less trades, managing risk is key. Yeah. The other thing that we might do is when I start giving you guys like the currency alerts, I also might start doing write-ups on like like foreign central banks for everybody. RKLB, that thing I think has been pumping, right? Didn't it have earnings? It had some other news. Like, yeah, this thing's been running. Yeah, aerospace and defense. I didn't see the crazy option activity, but this thing's running. I don't really know a lot about it, so it's not something that I'm going to be going for, but whoever's in it, good for them. You saw the Instagram video yesterday on the post earning strategy. Very interesting. Yeah, there's also a full YouTube video about it as well. I might use it today on H&R Block. I don't know though. We'll see. It's not something I would typically do it on, but it's up enough. It is definitely up enough for me to be looking at this. So, other than that, I don't have anything. I cut the IBMs yesterday. Green trade, but this thing wasn't moving very much. The options were moving weird. So, I mean, we got this thing down in here like 191.62 and it moved, but not enough really. So, I mean, a win's a win, but it was a very small win. In all fairness, sometimes we see you blink with your other eyelids. No. They make rockets like Elon. Yeah, I see that. That's pretty cool. Also, guys, again, if you guys enjoy the information here, you like these streams, make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out a whole lot spreading these streams out. Um, I could probably count on two fingers the amount of people on YouTube that are able to give you guys this type of knowledge here. I mean, it might be zero. So, you guys enjoy these. I want to make sure that everybody has the ability to understand the markets in these ways because it is the only way to have long-term success. There is nothing else. Do you size for zero when you use that strategy? Yeah. Yeah. I do. Market's coming back up, but I think it's going to chop around today. It's had a pretty crazy week. The only thing you do have to be worried about, and that could really move markets around, consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. If consumer sentiment is good, I mean, median expectation right now is 66 about. So we'll see what happens there. Sea level. What? What are you talking about there, man? But yeah, happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna be back with those market recap videos on Monday. I might be able to get one out for you guys on Sunday. I'd have to record it today, and I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time for that. But we'll probably just save them for Monday. We're gonna have a lot of cool videos out for next week. Yesterday's was a really good one. If you haven't taken a look at those, the ones from yesterday and the one before were great. So if you guys haven't taken a look at those yet, make sure that you guys do. Because again, I mean, looking at the market this way is going to help everybody out. We could get a potential day trade set up here today. Yeah, we could get one. I'd actually be, that would be fun, actually. Yin's up. 6 minutes to go until open, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody has any tickers they want to look at, let me know. Yields moving around. Let me see. Is there anything going on Twitter? Sentiment should be good off the Walmart earnings. I mean, I would expect it to be, but you never know. You never know. This is interesting. Elon Musk 1 hour ago. Inflation is caused by the federal government spending more than it earns because they just print more money to make up the difference. True. To solve inflation, reduce wasteful government spending. Your tax dollars should be spent well, not poorly. He is correct. There is a all right. So this would actually be very interesting because I want you guys to all, this can be your homework for the weekend. Go research Triffin's dilemma. The United States always has to operate under a deficit, but we can have a more efficient deficit than what we're currently doing. Like we can spend our money, the money that we're printing out of thin air can be spent more efficiently than it is right now. So when Elon said, oh, a federal government efficiency, like spending efficiency committee would actually be very good because the United States has to be a net importer and a net exporter of the dollar globally. So the only thing is that if they're going to be so inefficient at this, the amount of debt that they're going to have to take on is way more than they actually should, and that's going to cause a lot of these foreign nations to lose faith in the United States dollar. And the United States as a whole, and then that causes issues, which is why you're seeing some of these things like BRICS pop up. So he is correct. But again, you do have to solve it through efficient government spending. Aspen, I think we've looked at it. That was a post earnings, I think we were looking at here. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, this one didn't qualify. But no, I mean, this thing needs the flat line for me to want to play around with it. I think we've played this before. Like, I forget when, but we've had some fun on Aspen. I think it was in here, actually. I think it was up in here. That was fun. We'll see what we can get. IBM, not really a big fan of. Where are the chips? AMD down, makes sense. Facebook, actually, where's Netflix? It's gonna take some time, but I think we could have a real fun net. See, it just ripped, man. Like it just went. There was nothing there for us. Any tickers that are showing promise this morning? HRB kinda. Other than that, I mean, we're just gonna be looking at the data going into consumer sentiment and then seeing where things go from there. SMCI, I believe, has looked good. I just don't know where it is. It was looking good at the beginning of the day yesterday and then just ripped. So there wasn't much there for us. Again, some of these are going to take time, guys. Oh, we are 9 likes away from 50 in the pre-market. There we go, team. Thank you, guys. Shout out to all of you guys that are hitting the like button and engaging, especially for those of you guys on the new Twitter account as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Let's see. But yeah, nothing on this. We already nailed Nike this week. So we're just trying to wait. Again, think about it like this. If you could just wait around a little bit for the 300 to 2,000% trades, why not? IBM daily looks okay. It's already moved. I was in it. The contracts weren't moving very well. IBM, you wouldn't touch now. IBM, I took above here. It could still go. I didn't like how the premiums were moving on it. So it's winning trade, made some money on it. Very small amount of money. But the premiums weren't moving very well. The stock wasn't really moving with the market. I was like, yeah, I'll just cut it and burn it. It still could continue up. It just might be a little bit slower than some of the other ones. But yeah, you'd be late on IBM now, Boric. So, dude, I'm traveling again this weekend. I'm going to have another weekend of no sleep. David just tweeted about gold too. Yeah, I mean, we've been looking at gold. I just don't have anything yet. What about like AGI? That's moving. GLD. I mean, it's going to open up above this alert. Maybe, where's SLV? All right, if SLV breaks above 26, maybe I'll get some longer dated and maybe play around with it. You got to swing on SoFi cooking. Nice. Yeah, what did David tweet about GLD or gold in general? Oh, he retweeted that guy's tweet. Gary Cardone, Grant's brother. Yeah, I mean, I'd be bullish gold for a while here, which we kind of have been. I just don't have any of it. People should understand that your courses are even better than just the watch list. Teaching people how to manage trades is vital, and you do a great job of that. Oh, thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, again, I'll throw the link in here for you guys. The discount code is STV20. It is the best trading education that you guys are ever going to get. And again, that's also, you guys take advantage of that 20% off sale. You guys are going to get the Discord for free when it drops at the end of August. So, oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ding, ding, ding. Markets open. HRB. We'll see what happens here. Yin's up. That's good. SLV, nothing. If it breaks there, I might do something. Nothing crazy, but I mean, what do the premiums look like for, like, what date is today? I mean, China is stockpiling silver, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is silver. Like, their net silver imports are wild. I actually don't hate that. Let's see. Market up, I believe. Coming up a little bit. Yeah, IBM, I'm just not a fan. HRB. Where'd we go with? Oh boy, yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one. Like, I kind of do like silver here. It's gonna be wonky, that's for sure, but that would be an interesting one. Let's check in on Nike. I mean, I'm out of it, but is anybody still holding? Oh, ho, ho, Nike. Nike. Anybody still holding Nikes? Nike up another percent here. Or is everybody out of them with their multi-100% or 1,000% gains I gave everybody? Yeah, Nike's going up again. That's good. I could have held on to this a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'll take my over 300% on September's in 1, 2, 3 days. That's pretty good. I might start biting here on SLV. Jackie's Nikes at 920%. I'm telling you guys, best trading education in the world. There is nothing like it. There you go. There you go, Jackie. That is awesome. Yeah, I know you were up, what, 600% yesterday? I don't know. It's like a weird one here. Like, I do like it, but I'm not thrilled, you know? I'm not like, oh, I love this. It'd be small. Was there news or earnings around Nike? It started to move off of Starbucks going off of the activist news, and then stealing Chipotle's CEO. And then when everybody's thinking about, ooh, Nike could be another activist target, and then Bill Ackman's Pershing Squares 13F drops, and then you have, what do you call it? And then you have him buying Nike. Well, then people are going to speculate. There goes IBM. Yeah, there you go. If you still have it, good for you. I just don't. Yeah, so that was what was happening on Nike this day here. That was the 13F yesterday. That was awesome, man. I mean, those opened up over 350%. And mine were like September monthlies. That's why Jackie over here and a lot of you other you guys, I believe it was Boric, were up well over 1,000% on that. So, guys, you guys can keep screwing around with whatever you're doing, or take your trading to the next level. Let's see. Like, I might bite a little on the silvers, really small. It's free. Oh, you held some. Oh, you were able to make it free. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Nike, gem of a trade there. Ralph, I agree. Also, think about it like this, guys. If you have the S&P 500 and you have a lot of these stocks, big boy names in the S&P that are down, and they start getting bought up by these institutions and maybe have some decent earnings and start coming back up, and like chips don't absolutely capitulate, what do you think happens to the market? But it goes boom. So we got to wait and see if that's going to happen. But that is another thesis that we could have. So I just got a tiny, tiny, tiny little baby entry on some SLVs. Nothing like very small, very small. But I do want to see what happens with this. If it ends up coming up and breaking above 2603, I'll probably add a little bit to it and then just let it go, size it for 0, and see what's going to happen. But yes, those 13 Fs were very, very, very interesting. Yeah, and then if you guys have any questions about literally anything, about the market, trading, the courses, anything, just ask. The Discord that we're going to be releasing, just ask. That's what I'm here for. Use me. Oh, HRB. Hold on. Oh, did I just completely miss this? Oh, no, it's right there. All right. See what we got on the premium. Oh, shoot. Oh, they only have September's. I'd have to trade the... Oh, yeah, nope. Nope, nope, nope. No bid on the chain, no volume, no nothing. We're not touching that. No, thank you. Palantir on the move again? Oh, my baby. Oh, 31.65. I love you. That's a double on the shares, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm also going to give you guys in the Discord the long-term stock research reports too. The only one I've given you guys right now is, well, technically I gave everybody SoFi. We just didn't do a whole research report about it. But yeah, so PM Philip Morris gave you guys this one right in here. Sub 95, it's at 117. You got a great dividend on this one too, 4.4%. And some nice equity appreciation there. You're welcome on that one. And then SoFi, which has looked very good. We bought it here before it popped back up. But again, the thesis was, I think it's going to sell off on earnings. It wasn't earnings that it sold off on. It just kind of came down with the market. Now moving back up, nicely green on those shares. Now I'd actually be interested in buying more of this because this looked really dangerous to the downside and it shifted up. So that would be an interesting one there too. Cole, what's up, buddy? What signs are you looking for when you start seeing good news resulting in positive reaction for the market? We already are. Retail sales up, unemployment down. We are, I think now, and this is going to catch a lot of people off guard. Good news is now good news in the market, and bad news is bad news. Except for CPI, that's the only thing that's still like iffy with everybody because people still want inflation to come down. So it's more so like if inflation comes in at expectations, it's bullish. Or slightly lower, but if it big misses to the downside, that's really bad. People are going to really price in way more rate cuts than they need. Oh, SLV's moving. There we go. Nike's down. Or, well, from where we looked at it. But so let me see how these SLVs are moving. Oh, barely. That's interesting. Cole, welcome back, buddy. And again, team, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys keep hitting that like button. Helps out a whole lot spreading these streams out. Remember, the daily YouTube videos are back. Make sure you guys have those notifications turned on for the channel. They're probably going to be coming out at what? Like 6:30 p.m. Eastern every day? It's probably when we're going to post them. You see you missed a gem on Nike? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll give you guys some more. It's not like, Cole, you know the deal. It's not like we're not going to have more insane, especially with the market the way it looks now. Oh my God, I'm like very, very, very excited. Yeah, this weekend's Swing King watch list for you guys is going to be real good, I think. It's going to be real good. We're going to have a lot of tickers. All right, what are yields doing? Nothing. USD JPY, let's check in on that. Dollar up, dollar down. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Dollar down. That makes sense. So yeah, let's see if SLV can push above this area here. Yesterday's high 2603, and then we've got some other levels that we can go target. uh 2657. You got the top of this gap here. You got this high up here, and then what else you got? And then you got these big guys up in here. So let's see. Let's see what we get. Just like the waves in the ocean, there's always another one coming. Exactly. PNR. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not the biggest fan of this. Industrial machinery. Insider sells on the first. It's a bit iffy there. Len getting ready for another leg up. Ooh. Yep, I like that. Not A plus, but I do like that. I do enjoy that setup there. And then what? We got 20 minutes until consumer. Is it sentiment or confidence? I think it's confidence. Sentiment. So that'll be interesting. I'm trying to see if there's anything on Twitter. Ooh, hold on. What's his name? Marco tweeted. CTA round trip. Oil versus stock. Too optimistic about negotiations. Finger crossed for Pete. Yeah. Okay. Was he JP Morgan? I think he was JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley. He was one of the two that got fired. It was like Wall Street's biggest bear or like close. It wasn't Mike Wilson, which is typically labeled as Wall Street's biggest bear, but Marco is as well. Got let go and is now on Twitter. Good follow. I mean, I follow him. So just to see. Just to see. I also look at everything. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and this is you guys, when I talk about like earlier today, the square versus rectangle thing where they hold up the triangle or sorry, triangle versus like rectangle or square. Like you can go through these logical exercises with anything. You can look at it with politics. You can look at it with the economy. You can look at it with anything and say, is that a triangle or a rectangle? If everybody else is saying it's a square and you know it to be a triangle, stick by what you think. It's a triangle. And that's why we're able to have so much success in the market because like we look at things and if everybody else is saying one thing when we know that to be incorrect, that's where we make some serious money, which is kind of how we looked at Nike. SLV's trying to get there. So we'll see what happens there. Yin's up nicely today. I like that. Where are some of the other China names? PDD, Baidu. Oops, that's too many Ds. PDD's just ripping, not giving us a setup yet. This could be a fun one for post earnings. Baba really came up after those low. Oh my Lord, Alibaba. This was a really fun Baba trade here that I gave you guys. But again, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh, come on. Thursday. That's actually not bad. Baidu is breaking out here. But the premiums on Baidu are going to be absolutely insane. So I mean, we can look at them. But I think they're going to be just awful. So we'll see. Let's just take a look. Just take a look. It is breaking out. China looks good. Those are stupid. Those should not be that pricey. That's silly. Going into earnings, Palantir up 2% today. Yup. I mean, we've been talking about that thing since I was like pounding the table on it at like 14. PM, just a nice cruiser there. That's a nice little dividend one for you guys. They're going to continue to do well. I think. Actually, uh-oh. We're going to have to come out with a new Philip Morris thesis with the election. Does anybody know why? Oh, I forgot about this. Does anybody know why we have to come up with a new thesis for Philip Morris for the election? Think. This is your guys' test of the day here. I mean, I'll tell you at some point today, right after this. But does anybody know why we have to think about Philip Morris in a little bit of a different way with the election? And this is, again, you got to pay attention to everything. You can't just say, oh, I'm only going to look at one side and not. No. You have to look at everything if you're a market participant and understand like where the policies are. It's not biased politically. You just have to read stuff. Let's see. Does anybody know? This is actually interesting. I didn't realize this until just now. Made RKLB free at 158%. At a boy, Todd. There you go. Let's see. I'll give you guys another minute or two. Does anybody know why we have to think about PM differently going into November? Like, it's a big part of it. It's actually like thesis bending. Does anybody know? I'll give you guys another minute or two. Care aid? Nope. Nope. It has to do. I'll give you a hint. Tax. I'll give you one hint. Tax. That's your hint. Surgeon General? No. No, no, no. Think about what. Okay. What did Walsh do in Minnesota? Cannabis? No. What did Walsh do in Minnesota? With Zen, which Philip Morris owns Swedish Match, which is one of the main reasons why we were talking about Philip Morris and the 60% year over year growth and the imports of those smokeless tobacco products to the United States, the growth of people using them. What did Walsh do in Minnesota with Zen? 95% tax on them. Sin tax revenue, sort of, but he had a 95% tax on them. So, with the election, if he's done that in Minnesota, and you have Chuck Schumer already there, who has already started to come out a little bit against Zen, and you have those two there, and you have the little hiccup that they accidentally sold some of those flavored ones in DC and can't sell online anymore, what do you think happens? He had 95. I believe that's true. I'd have to confirm it. That could just be a not. Let me actually confirm that first before we start talking about that, because that's what I've heard. Uh, I yeah, I'm seeing it here. I am seeing that's real. Oh, here we go. This is actually the statute. No, it's yeah. No, no, no. This is real. In subdivision, a tax is imposed on all upon all tobacco products in this state, and upon any person engaged in business is distributed at a rate of 95%. So it is all tobacco products, but that's not a tobacco product. But I think Zyn would qualifies. I think for that, I guess. But yeah, there is a 95% tax. So that is not going to be good for companies like Philip Morris. I mean, I don't know if flavors are banned. I would assume that they are if they have a 95% tax, but that's not going to be good for things like a Philip Morris, an Altria, things like that. So again, that's another thing to be aware of. And then here's on the other side. On the other side, what could go up? Let's say on the other side, if you're looking at the Republican Party, well, you have JD Vance, who's basically Peter Thiel's surrogate, and he's a big Palantir guy. So you have that. So these are just things to be aware of, guys. You got to just like take the information that you're given and say, all right, here's kind of how things have been laid out in the landscape. Then you just make decisions based on that. If this, then that. That's it. Very simple. Understanding the big picture. We talked about the housing situation before. Um, See, I gotta come up with some like bullish things for like the policies on the left. I haven't seen anything yet because there really hasn't been any policy. Like it's easier for me to go through some of like the people like the Republican stuff because there's just more information out about what they want to do. But once that happens, we'll be able to build a better thesis, and we'll say, all right, these are going to be some of the election trades that we're going to be looking at. I mean, I would say right now, if Harris were to be elected, I'd say I would not want to be super long Philip Morris and Altria. things like that. So I think big tech would, Google would probably go up, I would say. 50% in most states. Yeah, but it's not 95. Like, think about it like that. Like, it's not 50, sure. It's not 95, though. That's big. Speaking of teal PayPal chart, yeah, we could look at that. That's a good counterpoint. Yeah, oh, most states already have it. Good point. But it's not 95. 50 is a lot less than 95. All right. SLV still hunting that 26 area here. ES is moving up. I mean, Baidu is going, but the premiums are just insane. Dollar still heading to the downside here. We have 10 minutes until consumer sentiment comes out. That's going to drive some action today. Follow trading Congress. People do that and they see the only problem that I would have with doing that with like the congressional picks is the delay. What made me want HRB? Just a gap up on earnings, looking for the post earning strategy on it. 3M, probably not Cole, just because we've already done it. We've already made 500% on it, and it's kind of already broken here. Like it would be a slower mover after this earnings. It's a slower mover anyway. We caught a nasty trade here. What was this? 119.50 to 127. That was crazy. So I'm gonna burn this one. I'm not really gonna be looking at this. I mean, healthcare company, healthcare insurance. I gotta take a look at some of those. Because as we get closer to November, we're going to have to be very aware of like either side's bullish and bearish potential policies for individual tickers. Well, the chain on HRB was ridiculously terrible, so that's why we didn't touch that one. It had no bid, and the asks were like 780. I was like, yeah, no, we're not going anywhere near that. All right, SLV is doing it here. Just flash 26. The 13F delays, like I saw a really good meme about this, like the 13F traders, like they don't know what notional value is. Like, do I have a strategy for buying dips? I mean, I sell puts on dips. I'll do that. Um, but think about it like this though, ambitious. Like I haven't like this year is really the first year that I've been very active in the big account because think about it, like I had no reason to. I just let things go. Like, think about when AMD went from like 40 to 80 back to 50, and then everybody's like, why didn't you sell it? And it's like, well, then it went to 200. Now, though, see, like, because it's like now some of these positions are getting so overweight and so big that I'm like, all right, like it's time. Like, I sold a bunch of calls on AMD, collected a bunch of premium, sold some shares at like, I think it was 160, 130, sold 100 shares there. What do I think of coin? We can take a look. I don't think I'm gonna like a lot of the. Ooh, I don't hate that. Where's Mara? Mara, dude, I want Mara to just down, down, down. I want that thing low. If it cracks like 12, I'm probably gonna buy some. SoFi's over 7. Oh, that's great. Have I looked at McDonald's recently? Yeah, it's been on the watch list. How's it been looking? Yeah, it broke up. There you go. I didn't touch this one, but this one, it was either on the watch list last week or this week. So yeah, McDonald's, nice move there. Guys, every single stock that's going to make a big move before it does, you listen to the things that I teach you in those courses, you're going to see it. Like every single one. You're going to see it happen. So, again, I'll throw the link in here. Remember, you guys use that discount code STV20. You're going to get both the courses, all the watch lists, direct access to me, and you're going to get the Discord for free when it releases. So, there you guys go. Spot gold rises to 2,500. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I mean, GLD was moving. I just didn't want to just like buy it at open, you know? Like if you look at the 5-minute opening range, it's probably not that far away from it. Right. Oh, no, it is. It is. So the reason I like silver, it just has like more, like it has more room to catch up. And China, I believe China's been buying it, but I could be wrong on that. Like China's been buying it a lot. It might be copper though. Like it's either silver or copper. I forget exactly which one it was. ACAM, and I can't see the other one yet, but let's see. ACAM I like. What percentage do you consider overweight? And I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a hard percentage, Ralph, but like AMD at one point was. I mean, let me just do the calculation. Like at one point, AMD was probably like 35-40% of the account. You made a salary today on gold. At a boy, Ben. At a boy, Ben. I mean, guys, it's just a teacher salary. There you go. Today was fat. Oh, Ben, love to see that, buddy. Yeah, we've been looking at gold for a while. That's a good one. Congratulations, man. Dude, Ben's been crushing it with the trades. The PDD. Was it Ben? Did you make more on gold than you did on the PDD I gave you? Oh yeah. Also, I mean, I don't highlight this a lot, but the course platform does give you guys the ability to pay overtime. That would make me nervous. That's why I was selling the premium on it, and I sold some shares at 160, 130. I was like, I can't have this. Palantir's trying for 32. I'm just sad, man. I fumbled it. I fumbled it hard. I should have thrown like 40 grand into it at sub 20, and I didn't. I have some. I'd like it. I just don't have enough. SN was the other one. All right, let's see. SN. Shark Ninja. I remember this. Yeah, Shark Ninja. That post earnings move was wild on it. I do remember the Shark Ninja. PDD was 19K and gold was 45K. Here, that's awesome, Ben. Here's what I might do. I might like with the Discord when we release it. Once you guys make like over 100 grand with us, I might give you guys like a special pin or something. Have those made and send them out to you guys. Have like a 6-figure club. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, so many of you guys are already in it. Like, so, but yeah, I feel like that would be fun. Like a 6-figure club for less trades, more profits. Give you guys a special badge in the Discord. What do you guys think of that? That was another idea I had. All right. XLE. Yeah, how does XLE look? Yep, I like it. Yes? Yeah, I think we are going to do that. You won't be making over 100K for a while? Cole, you're like 18, 19 years old. You're going to get there in college. I can tell you that. You keep listening to how we trade and what we do over here, you're going to be A-okay. Just remember, take it slow. Don't try to do it all at once. That's where you get into issues. GLD sold off a little there. This just looks like the market's not moving. Tesla calls? Yeah, I mean, I'm interested. If this thing can flatline from here, I think we could get another massive Tesla trade. It just could pull at Netflix and just rip. So I'm not going to be touching it until it gives me what I need. You know, the LTMP pin. It'll be the LTMP 6-figure club. Ben started the year with 200 bucks, guys. Ben, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome. Again, I tell you guys, best trading education that exists. There's nothing else like it. Nothing else like it, man. $500% on the RKLB options. There you go. Data in a minute. Yep, that's going to get interesting. ASTS. I mean, I didn't see this one, but that is... Oh, that's earnings. Oh my God, the post-earnings move on this thing is just insane. There you go. Sideways today would be the... I agree. I think that's going to happen. If we get through consumer sentiment and nothing really happens, that's kind of what I would expect for this market. How much do you think you need to start on Swing Kings? I mean, Ben started with $200. I would say 500 is a good spot to start. 500 is a good spot to start. You can trade shares, you can trade options, you can do anything with it then. All right, market getting a little pop. Yeah, and for all of you guys that are hopping into We Are the Kings, remember that? We are, Ben. Yeah, and again, for all of you guys that are going to be hopping into the educational programs, taking advantage of the 20% off discount that you guys have for August, make sure you guys, after you do, request to follow at STV Swing Kings on Twitter, just so that you can make sure you're getting the watch list every single week. NEE looking ready? Ooh. Give it a little time, but I do like this. I do like this. I want to see if it can hold here. You forgot about the data? We moved up a little, nothing crazy. Oh, there it goes. Silver down on that. That's interesting. What was the data? Let me take a look. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, higher. 67.8 versus estimate 66.9. 1 year inflation expectations, right in line, 2.9%. 5-year inflation expectations, 3%. 3% is the new 2%. Told you. Told you. Not well, it's higher. But I like it only because it detracts from, like, yield should be up on that. Yeah, yield should pull up on that a little. And I like that. Just like get everybody's expectations back in line. We can't have everybody projecting like 100 to 125 basis points of rate cuts by the end of the year, and then the Fed doesn't do it. Len up. So, ooh. I want to see what the premiums are like on this because I could get very interested in some Len. It's moving a little too much. That was a rocket on Len. What just happened here? That was a big boom. Look at this. Boom. Maybe. But yeah, 3% is the new 2%. If the inflation expectations are going to be 3%, how's the Fed going to cut? Again, it's a triangle. It's not a square. Just keep that in mind. It's a triangle, not a square. Benjamin, good morning, buddy. HRB, I'm not touching just because of the options. Looks like you're going to have to hire again for the construction company. Yeah, it does. Yeah, silver and gold got hit on that. Yields pulling up on that, which is exactly what we would expect to see and kind of what we want to see. That was kind of my expectation going into consumer sentiment, higher than expected. The inflation expectations were at expectations, but I mean, that's high. But that is gonna help our thesis with getting everybody back in line with these rate cut expectations, which is what we want. Yeah, let's see. I mean, RKT is probably not having fun with that. Oops, just kidding. Yes, it is, and that's on the wrong chart. What about SoFi? You guys said it was above 7. That's great. Yeah, SoFi. There we go. Wow, we ran up to 8 on this thing from 650. Oh my. MAGS. This is I mean, this is just really following the market, but this is interesting. Round Hill Mag 7. What are they gonna do when it's no longer Mag 7 though? When it's like something else? Like, are they gonna rebalance it with another ticker? That'd be interesting. Where's Amazon right now, actually? Facebook. AMD. AMD's up. Where's Dix? Oh, long term's looking good today. And again, team, make sure you guys are still hitting that like button on your way in if you have not already. Helps out a whole lot spreading these streams out and makes it a lot easier for you guys to find these streams when you guys are coming back in. We got the daily YouTube videos coming back again. Again, not going to be posting them on Fridays, but Monday through Thursday, you guys have those videos. If you guys haven't seen the ones from this week yet, make sure you guys do. Those are still applicable to what we're seeing in the market today. Silver right back down to flat. It'll be Mag 8 when we add Palantir. Dude, I might just have to bite the bullet on it and just, like, buy it. And I've said that since 20. I'm going to be saying it again at 40, fam. Like, I love the stock. I just don't own enough of it. I wish I did. Here's another thing I was thinking of. When you short a stock and it goes to zero, you don't pay any taxes. Why is it that when I short an option and it goes to zero, I pay taxes? It's got to be different treatments. I was thinking about that, Ralph. I sent that to you like last week. I was like, that's strange for me. I'm not. It's technically. I think it's because it's an expiration date. That's probably what it is. That was just a thought I had. It could be a really dumb thought, which probably is, but. Mortgage lenders and real estate will work in either rate cut scenario long term. I agree, which is also why I'm long SoFi, because mainly because I mean their business model can just in general be better with cuts, but also because they do offer HELOCs, which are definitely going to be more utilized when rates start to move to the downside. So we got to pay attention to that. DraftKings setting up. Ooh. Yep, DraftKings is setting up. Guys, oh my God, I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys aren't in for the Swing King watch list this weekend, you just hate money. There are so many tickers I have in mind for next week and the week after. It reminds me of the time periods where like we're slinging things and everything hits. Like I cannot describe to you how fun this market could potentially get. Oh my, like we might get a little retest, but that is going to be so perfect. Let's see. It must be because it's gambling. Yeah. Like if Mag 7 starts to set up, oh my God, guys. Like you have no idea. You have no idea. If you miss it, you miss it. Like it's really like you missed it all year long if you haven't been seeing them. It is gonna be just Print City. You're still kind of in this little short squeeze too. And they're trying to short these pops and they just can't get it. Actually, no. Did I miss this? Did I miss this? Oh no. Did I miss this? I think I did. Oh no, but that was close. Oh, that was really close. Oh my God. Oh, they just edged the entry. It was like right here. Oh, they played with us on a Friday. I was going to say if I missed it, I would be a little disappointed, but we could have some fun with that. $5.53. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, they edged it. All right. What else we got? DraftKings looks great. Dude, I've looked at some of these tickers. The way that they're starting to set up, it's gonna be like all you Swing Kings are gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be nasty. All right. Let's see here. Oh, and yeah, guys, for those of you guys that still need some more of those prop firm accounts, my funded futures is probably your best bet at this point. It actually ends up being less expensive than Apex. So I just threw the link for that, and the rules are better. The rules are like Top Step, little better on some of the different account types that they have, and it ends up being cheaper than Apex because there's no activation fee. So if you guys do want even a little discount on top of that, just use code VIX and you guys can hop in there. But yeah, that's those of you guys that are day trading with those prop firms, there you guys go. That's an awesome one. 55, 69, 75. That's probably around where it is right here. Yeah, I think that's where it is. So you got a little ways to go. That would be an interesting one because that's a solid move. But yeah, there's that link. Threw that in there for you guys. Those of you guys that need some more of those funded accounts, use code VIX and I'll make like $2. But yeah, that's a good one. My funded futures, I think, is the best option right now for everything. SLV back up. I mean, the trade kind of looks like this. If you were to map this out with shares, kind of looks something like this. Beep, boop. It's kind of what it looks like there. Actually, that's a little aggressive. It's like here. My funded futures is $80 for a 50K account and no activation fee. Yeah, that's awesome. That is really awesome. So yeah, you guys need those, go for it. Can I give you a 2-minute rundown of what the prop firm is? Yep. You take a test, trading test. You basically trade. You have to make a certain amount of money without losing a certain amount of money. You pay them $80, let's say, in this example. And if you pass the test, you get 50K of basically fake capital, but you get to trade and make money with it, usually 90-10 split. And you get to make real money with it. So it's a great way to lever up the capital that you currently have. Didn't even need 2 minutes. All right. SLV's back up there. That's nice. I want that thing to really get going, you know? It'll take time. That's why I got a little time on those. If it blasts off, though, we are going to have another very, very, very fun SLV trade. I'll work through. I mean, I have the initial thesis in my head right now. I just want to work through it a little bit more. The most it would cost you is $80. Yes. Yes. And you get to trade with like effectively like it's not really 50K. It's more so like the drawdown. So the drawdown's probably like $2,000. So basically you're trading with like a $2,000 account, but you're almost full porting it. So yeah, great way to lever up the capital that you have. Yeah, well, yeah. If you fail, then they keep the money, the $80, and then you pay it again. SLV is making a little move here. I still want to see it above 2603. No options on prop firms? No, it's just futures. Thanks, no problem. No problem. SLV's knocking on the door. Let's see if it wants to get any. It's 2,500 drawdown. Well, that's good. What's the profit target? Like $4,000 or something on them? Yeah, my funded futures guys is great. Apex, the benefit with Apex is that if you really know what you're doing, you can get more capital. Like you can get up to like $3 million in funding with Apex. That's the benefit. You just got to get past that trailing drawdown nonsense. But team, it's 10:15 on a Friday. We're going to wrap it up, I think, for this week. Crush Nike. That was an absolutely epic trade. Again, I'll throw the link to this one more time for those of you guys that still need to take advantage of the 20% off discount to all the education, the Swing Kings course, the Day Trading Mastery course. Both of them are included in this, and you get 20% off. There you guys go. You're also going to get free access to the Discord when it launches. You definitely don't want to miss that. So, again, there you guys go. It's the best trading education that you guys are ever going to see. So, you guys have every tool that you could possibly need to have success in front of you. It's up to you guys to take advantage of it. Great week, man. We're going to come out swinging next week's going to be insane, especially with Jackson Hole. Everybody, have a good weekend. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. We're going to have some fun next week. We're going to get those daily videos going back again. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys later.